Yeah. Hello there. Hi, this is Gina Greenlee with week 2, session 3 of Have a Ball, Writing Your First Novel. We have been talking about sandboxing. In this session, we are continuing with sandboxing. Session 2, Session 1, we laid the foundation for sandboxing. Session 2, we started building our castles in the sand. And in this session, session 3, we are adding rooms to the castle. So as you fill up your sandbox document in Word, you will notice themes, even if you haven't read what you've written, and hopefully you haven't, meaning you haven't read it for order, for linearity, for logic, as far as the conscious mind is concerned. You still have an awareness that what you've written does in fact have its own form of organization, even without you consciously being aware of it. It is organically structuring itself. Now that's a whole lot of fun because that's a lot less work for you, conscious you, to do, because subconscious you is doing a lot of this work. And that's a key point here. That's really one of the many things I want you to get, is that one of the reasons why this is fun is because you were understanding how your mind works, and you were working with it, not against it. So what you've written in your sandbox Word document has different categories that have surfaced organically, because there is an organic structure in your subconscious mind. Again, the subconscious and the conscious speak two different languages. So we're getting them to play and interrelate, and in order to do that, we need to begin to understand the language of each and how they can relate to one another. So in your sandbox Word document, you will begin to notice themes in different categories. You will likely have snippets of information about one or more characters. You will have categories of content about relationships between particular characters. You will also notice themes about settings. So let's say something takes place in a beach house on the Outer Banks, and I'm using my novel as a specific reference, again, because I want to, the point of this journey is to be concrete, not talk in inspirations, motivations, and platitudes and affirmations and rah-rah, and hopefully you are feeling inspired. But one of the ways I want you to feel inspired is to understand that you don't have to kill yourself to write a novel. You don't have to go through mental drama, psychological drama, and medicate yourself to write a novel. You can actually enjoy this process. So you're going to notice, so I use the concrete example of a beach house in the Outer Banks. So you'll notice there'll be themes, you wrote about what the beach house looks like, you wrote about what the Atlantic Ocean looks like, and what the sound on the other side looks like, and um, how the house was decorated, and where the couple has sex on the porch or something like that. Whatever, there's different parts of the beach house. You will also have a lot of dialogue. Dialogue is going to start to pop in your head, and I love that. I love when the characters basically start directing their own drama, and they just say, "You shut up and take notes." Works for me, honey, because that just frees up my energy for other aspects of this novel. So now, here's where the fun really begins. You can begin to use your subconscious mind's own internal organic order to your conscious mind's advantage. Huge. Huge. I want to say that again. Now you can begin to use your subconscious mind's internal organic order to your conscious mind's advantage. That is why writing a novel this way is a whole lot of fun, because you're really using your mind in a very deliberate, focused way so that you are not squandering energy where you don't need to squander it. You're not doing a whole bunch of work that your subconscious, you're not doing a whole bunch of work consciously that your subconscious mind is going to do on its own. You can let it do what it's going to do, and then you, in the conscious realm, can do what you're going to do. Okay? And you have a lot more capacity freed up to do that because you're not overfunctioning for your subconscious mind. This is powerful stuff, not because I said it, but because, you know, anybody who's done any kind of, you know, self-awareness work, or, you know, if you've read about creativity, imagination, and the subconscious mind and different parts of the mind, this is not new information in the broadest sense, but I hope that what I want to do is connect the dots between that kind of information in the abstract and how you use it in its particulate sense to have a ball writing your first novel. With that, I'm actually going to break. So I'm going to call this, because it's 6 minutes and I want to break. So this is going to be week 2, session 3, part 1 of session 3. And I'm going to continue with the rest of this, because this is where we start to get a little more granular. And I just want you to sit back and relax and hear what I have to say, and know that at the end of this session, like the others this week, I will be posting slides, so you can take your time, you can hear it once and just absorb it and sit back and relax and just hear what I'm saying, and then you can read it a second time and then have it to refer to in slide format, or even take notes from the slides. Okay, so I'm going to take a break, and I will see you in the next part of session 3.